Hi and welcome to Tristan channel, and today I'll be doing a mini documentary on the Druids. Now today there are myths and fairy tales surrounding them, plus also neo-pagan movements inspired by them, including movements such as Wicca, albeit Wicca itself was a movement founded in the 70s. Its creator used elements from the occult and Druid culture. A Druid is a member of the learned class among the ancient Celts. They acted as priests, teachers, and judges. The earliest known records of the Druids come from the 3rd century BCE. Their name may have come from the Celtic word meaning knower of the oak tree. Very little is known for certain about the Druids, who kept no records of their own. According to Julius Caesar, who is the principal source of information about the Druids, there were two groups of men in the Gaul that were held in honour: the Druids and the noblemen. Equites, as they were called. Caesar related that the Druids took charge in public and private sacrifices, and many young men went to them for instruction. They were judged all public and private quarrels and decreed penalties. If anyone disobeyed their decree, he was barred from sacrifice, which was considered the gravest of punishments. One Druid was made the chief upon his death, another was appointed. If, however, several were equal in merit, the Druids voted, although they sometimes resorted to armed violence. Once a year, the Druids assembled at a sacred place in the territory of the Canutes, which is believed to be the centre of all Gaul, and all the legal disputes were there submitted to the judgment of the Druids. Caesar also recorded that the Druids abstained from warfare and paid no tribute. Attracted by those privileges, many joined the order voluntarily or were sent by their families. They studied ancient verse, natural philosophy, astronomy, and the law of the gods, some spending as much as 20 years in training. The Druids were said to believe that the soul was immortal and passed at death from one person into another. Roman writers also stated that the Druids offered human sacrifices for those who were gravely sick or in danger of death in battle. Huge wickerwork images were filled with living men and then burned. Although the Druids preferred to sacrifice criminals, they would choose innocent victims if necessary, although some of those were just campfire stories or tales spread round to create fear amongst Roman troops. Caesar is the chief authority, but he may have received some of his facts from the Stoic philosopher Poseidonus, whose account is often confirmed by early medieval Irish sagas. Caesar's description of the annual assembly of the Druids and their election of an archdruid is also confirmed by an Irish saga. In the early period, Druidic rites were held in clearings in the forests. Sacrificed buildings were used only later. Under Roman influence, the Druids were suppressed in Gaul by the Romans under Tiberius's reign in 14 to 37 CE, and probably in Britain a little later. In Ireland, they lost their priestly functions after the coming of Christianity and survived as poets, historians, and judges. Many scholars believe that the Hindu Brahmin in the east and the Celtic Druid in the west were lateral survivals of an ancient Indo-European priesthood. Interest in Druids surged occasionally in later time, notably during the Romantic period in the 19th century. From then on, various movements claiming Druidic beliefs flourished in Britain and in the United States, such as movements like Wicca and neo-paganism. It is speculated, though, that even the Celts had their own religion, etc. Some speculated that the Druids did not actually exist, but were an urban legend created by Romans in their campaigns in Britannia to mystify the woads and heighten fear, so that it gave the soldiers more of a reason to destroy the woad threat off the land of Britannia. And there you go, a little video on the Druids. If you like this video, hit the like, and if you haven't already, then please show support by subscribing to the channel. And until next time, folks, take care and be well.